Good morning, everyone. This is Shay All Day, also known as Shadea. I'm actually taking a stroll down memory lane. I used to spend a lot of time down here, especially in my teens. As you can see, there's always a sound, and that sound is usually the sound of unruly birds making themselves known, which I actually really love to watch the birds. So I decided to come down here kind of on a fluke. I went over to Second and PCH a little bit. I used to work security there for a short period of time. I didn't like the energetic element over there, but I went to go have a cup of coffee because I couldn't decide what I wanted for breakfast. So I decided to take and venture down this way, and then I realized that I could get cheaper tickets for the movie that I wanted to see on Friday. And lo and behold, I found them for a much cheaper price because I had a feeling, let's go this way because this guy is like blowing away, because I had a feeling that the ticket prices would drop once opening night had already passed. And so here I am in about 45 minutes. I will be comfortably tucked into a theater seat and waiting to see a movie that I will not disclose because that is between me and the movie. Like, why am I so cryptic? I don't know. Anyways, I decided to take a trip down memory road, and I found that not only is the Barnes & Noble's closed over here, but also the United Artists Theater that I used to work at in my late teens is also closed. It's no longer there. Everything at the Marina Square shopping center is closed, so it looks like they're potentially demolishing it and bringing in some new development. But I remember when I was much younger, probably 30 years younger, when I used to watch the 700 Club growing up. And one of the things that the guy that was quite ancient himself said was that there's this constant cycle in life, out with the old and in with the new. And so as the years progress and as I get older, I'm starting to witness out with the old and in with the new. And I've got to say, a lot of the new is beautiful, coupled with the backdrop of the old, because you do have to pay homage to your elders. How did we get here? A little backstory. People, well, at least in my opinion, I do care about the origin story of things, and I just wanted to share this with you. And so this is Marina Pacifica. When I was a freshman at Long Beach State, I used to come here quite often, and I used to come to the theater and I would watch a movie until there were no new movies out to watch. After class, that was kind of my way of unwinding. And this is also where, when I first started driving, I used to have a white Toyota Corolla way back in the day. And I was so embarrassed because I hadn't quite gotten the command of learning how to drive that vehicle, which is another word within that. And I remember parking next to somebody's brand new white truck, and this is a little bit of a reveal on my part. I'm still probably embarrassed to this day about this, and I was trying to reverse out, but I still hadn't commanded the ability to back out of a parking space without causing damage to someone else's vehicle. I did not leave a note. I was mortified, and I left. But that haunted me. I felt really bad because, what it feels like when somebody does something unjust to you and they don't try to resolve that or make amends for it. And believe me, God has definitely put things in my experiences that have brought to light wherever I've fallen short of the glory, how I have recognized why certain things have occurred. And then there are certain things in my life where I did nothing to deserve the treatment that I got. However, it was the opportunity for me to grow and to leave victimhood and to basically put on my big girl pants and level up. Man, that was a dove that just flew by. I love mourning doves, by the way, and this is a great spot to find them. This is another spot also, where it was more on that side. I was actually gonna rent a boat and live on it before I found permanent housing because I didn't have a place to live for a while. And so I've been through so many different journeys in my walk with God, and I am so blessed to be everywhere that I am. And so I'm taking so many trips down memory lane, and I'm experiencing the things that I've always wanted to experience. I'm booking the trips that I've always wanted to book. I'm changing the mindsets that no longer serve me. I'm staying away from places and things and ideas and limiting circumstances that I no longer belong. And whenever I see like a bird of prey, like a hawk or an eagle, it just reminds me. And let's see, like you were just laying there so peacefully. You were really cute, by the way. It just reminds me of the gratitude that I have because I know where I came from. I know what kind of mind, what kind of confidence I came from. And for anyone who is really like struggling with aspects of themselves, it really does get better. It gets so much better as you just, faith is a powerful thing, to be able to get through this life and not just throw away all of the potential and where the person that you are growing into. You just have to sit in some uncomfortable places, know that you'll grow out of them. But I'm about to go upstairs and I'm gonna go and enjoy this movie that I've been waiting to see all weekend. So I hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday. And this is Shadea. I know I've grown into my name and I actually really love my name. So I hope that all of you have a blessed and wonderful Sunday. May you recognize the love that you're surrounded by and that you, if you're especially sitting in a difficult circumstance or something that is something that you'd rather not be experiencing, just know that it too shall pass. And may the good Lord bless you with the revelation of the wisdom that you have gained. So, yeah. God bless you guys. Let's see. Openings.